Okay, everybody, now I'm going to use the digital tools to show you how to make a perpendicular bisector. And these would be the same tools you could use to make the equilateral triangle inscribed in a circle. All right, so we're going to use MathsPad first. This is a good tool. I do like it. It's a little clunky sometimes, but it still works. All right, so we're going to use the line segment tool, and I'm just going to create a line segment. I'm not going to make it super long because I don't have a very big space here. All right, and I'm going to label A and B. This is a good website to use if you just want to practice, right? If you just want to play around and practice, this is a good tool to use. All right, so I want to create a perpendicular bisector with line AB. So I'm going to use my compass, and I'm going to slide it over, rotate it around here. All right, and get my point on A, and I need to slide this in a little because it's too wide, right? So I'm going to unlock it, and I'm just going to kind of slide it in a little. I want it to be a little bit more than halfway. Then I can lock it. Locking it is good because then I know that I won't, can't make a circle any more than that. Then I take the top here and I can just rotate it around. All right, there's my circle A. Okay, now it can kind of slide it over. I'm not going to unlock it. Notice I'm just going to put it right on the point B here. I don't want to unlock it. I want the same side circle, and then I can do the same thing over here. Okay. Now I can remove my compass, and I have my two circles that have the radii that are the same. So from B to this edge of this circle and A to the edge of that circle are congruent, same. So now I can use my line tool, or even my ruler tool. I can use my line tool. I'm going to use line tool, and I can take my line segment tool and connect the two dots. See this? See these two dots down here? That's how I know I have a perpendicular line. Now I can use my measuring tools to prove that I created a 90-degree angle. So if I slide this protractor right on up here, you can see it's 90 degrees, perfect perpendicular. And then I can use the ruler tool to just kind of come over here and measure from this point to this point, and you can see it's about 2 3/4. And then if I slide it over, I can measure it again from this beginning to the B, and you can see it's 2 3/4. Now, GeoGebra is another really cool tool. I'm a big fan of GeoGebra. I love this tool. You can use the same tools to create a perpendicular bisector. There's actually some easy shortcuts that you can use, but we should practice before we just use the tools to make a perpendicular bisector. We should practice making one from scratch. So I'm going to make my line segment, and I just want a general line segment. It doesn't have to be a certain length. I'm just going to make a line segment. What I do like about GeoGebra is it does give you your A and your B. So you have points here already that you don't need to label. I'm just going to slide it over. Okay, now this one gets a little tricky. You want to come down here to circles. And I'm going to make a circle with a center, and because I can pick the size I want, right? I want my circle to be greater than halfway. So this one isn't like a traditional compass. You're actually making a circle using the center and pulling it as far as you want to go. I'm going to stop it right there. Okay. Now, if I use compass, it will create a circle for me, this exact radius from A to C. So I come over here to the compass tool and click A and C, and voila, look at that. I have a circle. I can put it wherever I want. I want the center of that circle to be B. See that? See how it matches? And I can just slide it right over and put it, bam. Okay, so now I have my two circles. I know that they intersect right here and right here. That's my perpendicular line. So I'm going to use the line tool. Check this out. And then I just click here, and look, it's going to automatically make a line. And I can click here. Voila! Isn't that awesome? All right, so I know that I have a perpendicular line. How can I prove that? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a point right here at the point of intersection. Okay, and I'm going to use my measuring tools. So go down to measure, and I'm going to measure angle AFD. Look at that. It's 90 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to slide it out. And I'm just going to slide my letters out of the way. I'm going to measure B, F, D. I'm just double checking just to make sure. B, F, D. Look at that, 90 degrees. Okay, I love this tool. This is super fun. Okay, now let's see if these are congruent. If A to F is congruent to F to B. If I did this correctly, I bisected, I should have equal sides. So measure, let's see, measure line segment. All right, where is it? Here it is. Click this, and we're going to go from A to F, and then we're going to go from F to B. Look, it's beautiful, guys. All right, so here are my congruent line segments. F to B, A to F, right angles, perpendicular bisector.